A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events on Easter Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of attempting to create a false narrative of peace while continuing to launch attacks on Ukrainian forces. This accusation comes just hours after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a unilateral ceasefire intended to mark the Christian holiday. The ceasefire, which was set to last until midnight on Sunday, was quickly overshadowed by reports of renewed hostilities on the battlefield. In a post shared on social media platform X, Zelensky stated that the Russian army was trying to project an image of a ceasefire while simultaneously engaging in isolated attacks to inflict casualties on Ukrainian troops. He emphasized that Ukraine would respond based on the actual conditions on the ground, suggesting that maintaining the truce would be impossible if attacks continued. Zelensky's comments followed a specific incident where Russian forces targeted a factory in Ukraine that was producing traditional Easter cakes, resulting in the death of one individual and injuries to another. The scene was described as heartbreaking, with festive cakes strewn among the debris of the destroyed building. Zelensky's message was clear: evil may have its hour, but God will have his day. He reiterated Ukraine's commitment to a 30-day ceasefire proposal, which had previously been agreed upon with the United States, stating that this offer remains on the table. The situation on the ground is dire, as reports indicated that Russian forces had carried out 59 shelling attacks and 5 assaults on various sectors of the front line, in addition to numerous drone strikes. As Zelensky pointed out, there is a significant lack of trust in the words coming from Moscow, highlighting the ongoing manipulation tactics employed by the Russian government. The Ukrainian president vowed that every Russian attack would be met with an appropriate response from Ukraine's defense forces. The conflict has seen escalating violence, with a recent strike on Palm Sunday resulting in the tragic deaths of 34 individuals, including 2 children, and injuring 117 others. The promise of a ceasefire has been a recurring theme in this protracted conflict, with previous attempts failing to hold. In addition to the military hostilities, there was a significant prisoner exchange reported, with Russia's Ministry of Defense announcing that 246 Russian service members were returned from Ukrainian territory in exchange for 31 wounded Ukrainian soldiers. This exchange reflects the ongoing complexities and human cost of the conflict, as both sides continue to grapple with the realities of war. Meanwhile, the international community watches closely, with the United States indicating that if peace talks do not yield results, they may reconsider their support for Ukraine. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's comments suggested a growing frustration with the lack of progress in negotiations, while former President Donald Trump expressed his willingness to step back from involvement if one side continues to complicate the situation. As the world marks Easter, the hope for peace remains tenuous, overshadowed by the harsh realities of conflict. The situation in Ukraine is fluid, and the coming days will be critical in determining whether a genuine ceasefire can be achieved, or if the violence will continue to escalate. For now, the Ukrainian government remains steadfast in its resolve to defend its sovereignty and respond to any aggression from Russia. As Zelensky aptly put it, Ukraine will act rationally and in accordance with the actual situation on the ground, ensuring that every attack is met with a decisive counteraction. The world watches and waits, hoping for a resolution to this ongoing crisis. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.